Good morning, listeners. Good morning, my beautiful, ideal women. Good morning to those of you that will be coming across this particular discussion. I welcome you all on board. Sorry for some time now, I've not really been on air yet. There are a lot of personal and private things that really need attention to be given to them. So, all the same, we are good. Welcome back. This platform is platform of an ideal woman with Chinwe, the chick. Yes, those of you that have been following me for some time, you know that we talk and we discuss issues of life as pertaining women. Why I did not migrate from the moon. I'm also a woman here with you. Most of the things I talk about are things that are happening. Most of the things I'm talking or I usually discuss here on this page are things that are really happening, and some of them are out of experience. Some of them are what I heard or what we heard. Some of them are what I know, and some of them are issues that goes around our daily life and existence. Basically, it was actually stipulated for women, but I assure you, young people, both male, guys, papa, youths, if you listen to it very well and you go through it, you find out that there are a lot of things you will learn from it, despite where you're coming from. You know, they say information is power. So yesterday on my page, I made a post. I asked the question and I said, can low self-esteem contribute to someone being poor? It was a question. It was a message. And I went into research and I found out that there is a big yes to that. A very big yes to that. And there were a lot of things that were listed for me to convince me that low self-esteem can actually contribute to poverty. And today, I will be discussing them bit by bit. I'll be talking about 2 points from the 10 points I've already listed. At the end of this discussion, I'm going to make the posts. I will list all of them out so you can also go through it. And today, the two are among the others I'll be talking about. One, someone being doubt of yourself, like doubting yourself. When I mean someone doubting yourself, constant self-doubt and negative self-talk. You know one thing about inferiority complex? When you feel low of yourself, when you see everybody on this planet Earth better than you, when you have lost yourself, like yourself, you are just a shadow of yourself. You don't know whom you are, you don't know your what, you don't know nothing about yourself. You just lost yourself. There is nothing good you can think about yourself. That is low self-esteem. And that thought of yours about yourself can hinder you, can stop you. For instance, if you don't believe that anything good can come out of you, you can never try anything. You can never make any move. You can never imagine or convince yourself about something. Constant self-doubt. For instance, one of the reasons why I use skill as example is something that is general. You know, some persons say because of money they can't afford education, they can't go to school. But you see, skill is something that definitely it is expected of almost everybody. Now, A situation where you're adapting yourself. For example, you're supposed to go and learn hairdressing. You condemn yourself. You have already concluded that you can never know it. Is it you? How now? You no go fit. By that you have condemned yourself. When you hear people do a lot of things, you hear that this person is doing this. Normally, if you are someone that does not have low self-esteem, you will ginger yourself with that particular testimony, with that particular talk, with that particular experience. You will ginger yourself. Not comparing yourself to that person, not competing, but you start competing with yourself, asking yourself what you can do to get better. Then you will now start listening to yourself. You will create an opportunity to have a talk, a discussion with yourself. And at the end of the day, you will convince yourself that this is what I can do. But situation where you have already concluded, like you have summarized your beginning to your end, that nothing good can come out of you, my dear. You see, this particular idea also leads to poverty. Yes, I am the one, quote me. It leads to poverty because if you cannot do anything for yourself, how will you get something? When they say, oh yeah, come and let it say, I no go fit to, I no get the head. I no get the head. Come on, even the least thing you cannot do, you don't have the head. Who told you don't have the head? Who told you that you cannot do it? Who told you that something good cannot come out of you? So when you hear people mention inferiority complex, you think it is English. No, it is not just an English word. It is something that is existing. And because of its existence, a lot of persons have been affected. You talk bad, you talk down on yourself. You don't doubt your ability. Even when you do something, even in your dreams, you say, no be me do it. Even when someone push you to do it, and eventually you get it right, you will still continue. So my dear friend, my dear women, you can help yourself today by believing in yourself, no matter how little. You can try. Yes, you can. The Bible said God created you in his own image. So you are the image of God. And in God, everything is possible. You need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your idea. You need to work on your thoughts. You need to rebuild yourself. It will help you. If you can start believing yourself today, I bet you will go far, farther than you can imagine. Life is all about trying. Stop condemning yourself. You are the best. Stop bringing yourself down. You are the best. Stop making yourself feel less important. You are very important to your world and to your society. You get that? The second one is comparing yourself to others. You don't need to compare yourself to other people or feel inferior of yourself. When you hear that Mrs. A did something, you say, I know be them now. It was I be them. I know. How I wish I can be like Mrs. A. How I wish I can be like Mrs. B. How I wish like I can be. No. Stop being like Mrs. A and B. Start being like yourself. Yes. Start being like yourself. You don't need to be like A or B or C to be a great woman. You just have to be yourself to be a great woman. For you to recognize your identity and make sure that you fly your flag very high. You know one thing about this life, it will be very unfortunate that at the end of your existence, you don't have a footprint. What people will remember. If you keep feeling inferior of yourself, you know you're also making God angry. Are you aware? You're making God angry because it's as if God wasted his time creating you. You mustn't do like the chick. You must not be like the chick. You must not. You see, this is our score. There are different contents inside of it. The only thing is for you to discover the one inside of your own and work it out. You must not be like the chick. You must not be like Mrs. B, C, D. Just be like yourself. so that people too will also hear from you. Yes, so people will hear from you. You don't need to be like anyone. You don't need to be like A, B, C, D, E. Stop comparing yourself. You see that energy you're using to compare yourself, that energy you're using to compare. For example, now you heard that someone, there are, okay, that is why we have different people in different area of specialization. Those people that are running, that are in sports, there, they are of different uh, human character, and they are doing their thing. If they start competing, comparing themselves to other people, they will either be lower. Yes, one thing about this comparing yourself, you might not know that you are even better than the person you're comparing yourself to. But because you have not developed yourself, you keep hanging yourself at a particular spot. But immediately you start developing yourself and start believing in yourself, you will be shocked at what you will do. So, dear woman, while you are seated there listening or reading this, I want you to start believing in yourself. Stop competition. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop feeling inferior of yourself. Develop yourself and you will be happy you did. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day.